So I just made a video talking about this today, and then I see this. I go to Facebook, or not Facebook, Twitter, and here we are. So Kingdom Come Deliverance to creator director confirms homosexual scene in game. So I just did a video about how Saudi Arabia and possibly China may be, banning the game in their countries because of cultural and all that those reasons, especially the Middle East. They don't like we don't like them gays around these parts. The same place that will throw people from the rooftops if they're gay. So apparently he's confirmed what everyone, I basically said, even if there was no actual sex scene, like, Last of Us 2, Abby and Neil Cuckman stand-in, even if there was no scene, the fact you're still able to participate in same-sex relationships or conversations or whatever. So I said either way, it would be banned. Because, again, Saudi Arabia, the Middle East, they don't like gays. They don't like the LGBTQ community. So, same thing with China. But we got over here. Daniel Vávra of Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts, man. Such a great game. Kingdom Come confirms gay scene and possible Saudi ban. So after the leftists cursing me at Nazis for 10 years, now Nazis cursing me at Jews because Saudi Arabia might want to ban KCD because of the homosexual scene. So it's not like he's saying the alleged or rumored. No, he's outright confirming that there is. The game is exactly what I want it to be. No one has tried to influence me as an artist in any way, and anyone who knows me knows I wouldn't let them anyway. Every character in the game has a very clear reason to be there, be where they are, which you'll understand when you play the game. Our goal was, and still is, to show life in medieval Bohemia as it easily could have happened and to tell an interesting story. Yes, but how does gay sex scenes push the narrative forward? I mean, like, you see it all the time online. People are just, they don't like sex scenes and things because it doesn't add anything. People are like, why add sex scenes in movies? Now, if it was, like having sex and then like the person who the people having sex, one of them is like evil, and the good person takes this and uses it as a chance to take them out, like maybe, but just raw dogging for fucking 5 minutes and then nothing happened, doesn't get brought up again, it has no impact on the story. There's no point. There's no freaking point. I mean, it's like, well, they're humans, and yeah, well, humans also go to the bathroom, but you don't see people really going to the bathroom in movies or whatever. So, sex scenes, you don't need them. At the same time, it's a role-playing game, so it is purely up to the player what decisions they make, and for all the decisions they make, they are responsible for the consequences that correspond with the morals and social norms at the time. I don't want to spoil the plot, the important events, and the roles of some of the characters for anyone, so you'll have to see for yourself by playing the game, and then I strongly believe you'll agree with me. Our gay scene is not woke. We've got Asmon. Sup, y'all? It's me. It's your boy, Asmon Gold. I bet people did gay shit back then. I know a lot of people are trying to match energy with woke people and being anti-woke, but I don't see this as a problem, especially without understanding its context. Absolutely agree. Gay equals DEI. We have zero idea about the context. Warhorse is pretty bad at clear PR though, and can handle messaging much better. Again, I don't see what the point would be. I mean, maybe if there's like, I don't know, you're playing, one of the characters or main character, they're caught in a freaking homosexual act or something, and they're bludgeoned or beaten to death or something. I don't know. But unless it's pertinent to the story, there'd be really no point to show it. Again, it's like we know people have sex, we know people have go to the bathroom, but we don't see that in video games and movies and TV shows for the most part. You know, so I don't know. This is probably historically accurate. Lots of ancient badasses were bisexual and or gay. They said of Caesar he was of every woman's man and every man's woman. We're not gay, guys. Believe us. Yeah, we're not gay. I mean, there's nothing wrong with gay men or be gay women or whatever. Again, it's just unless it's pertinent to the plot. So I guess people will just have to wait till the game comes out. But either way, it's like I said, even if there is, it's going to be banned in Saudi Arabia and China and all that because they have strict rules when it comes to that stuff. You know, we're talking about Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East where they throw gay people off rooftops. So they have very strict rules when it comes to this stuff. So even if it is important to the story, it doesn't matter. They're not going to look at this and be like, oh, it's important to the story. Oh, yeah, sure, we'll allow it. No, they have rules. They have, so it's not going to matter. It's not going to matter. Numerous reports that the game was banned in Saudi Arabia. We received confirmation has not been cleared. Deliverance 2 has not been cleared for release in Saudi Arabia by the General Authority for Media Regulation. Yeah, they don't like gay people. They don't like gay people. They don't like pretty much anyone who goes against their culture, their religion. Again, gay people are thrown off rooftops, or any member of the LGBTQ plus community. And that's why, that's one reason I get so fucking pissed off during Pride Month or, um, because it's like people are like, oh, people, gays and LGBTQ plus are oppressed. It's like, go over to Saudi Arabia, go over to Iraq, Iran, any of these places that fucking hate you. You will be thrown from rooftops or bludgeoned to death with rocks. But keep saying that you're oppressed in the United States. That's why it pisses me off, because that is being thrown off rooftop. I think that's a true form of oppression. They don't like you. They want you dead. Here they're like, oh, someone misgendered me. I'm truly oppressed. Go over to the Middle East. We'll see how long you last. So it's a different culture, and just the fact that people say, queers for Saudi Arabia or queers for Palestine or queers for this, they don't fucking like you. They don't like you. Clearly, they don't like you. Anything involving gayness or LGBTQ plus anything is removed or, censored or just banned there. Again, I talked about in the last one how Spider-Man 2, came out like, a year or two ago? And American flags were removed for Saudi Arabia because despite the fact it takes place in New York City, they had to remove the American flags. So it's just a different culture, and so even if it is pertinent to the story and it does have, it's like, oh, in context and this and that, it doesn't matter. It's still banned. It's still banned. There's no way around it. Again, the Saudi government and whoever else is in charge is not just going to look at this game. No, we're not allowing in game. It's like, oh well, it's important to the story, and they're just gonna be like, okay, yeah, it's fine. We'll allow it. No, so it's still gonna be banned in Saudi Arabia. It's still gonna be banned in China. Immoral scene that promotes hidden agendas in video games. So, Pope Paul The sixth. Sodom and Gomorrah fire. You know, I always question the whole story about Sodom and Gomorrah. You know, what happened with Sodom and Gomorrah? You have places that were set afire and basically destroyed because of the things that they were about to do to an angel. An angel, right? And yet all the terrible things, if there was a God, if you believe in God, great. But for me, you see cities like Sodom and Gomorrah that were burned down for a lot less than what's happening in the world right now. People want to continue to say that, that God will, will be set free and Judgment Day and this. I mean, like, look at the stuff going on nowadays. If the world hasn't been set afire by now, I hate to say that there is no God. He burnt those places to the ground for a lot less, and here we are, still thriving. So, but Melanie. Again, this guy calls his detractors Nazis a few days ago in a more informal setting. His game is one. I'm not going to read all that because it has a lot of, words that I'm not too sure with YouTube. But yeah, as far as it looks like the rumor is true. And it will be banned in Saudi Arabia along with China. And even if it adds to the story, it doesn't matter. Again, Saudi Arabia is not going to just, oh yeah, sure, it's fine. As long as it has something to do with, they're not going to do that. So the whole point of, with the sex scene or just in general, it doesn't matter. So it's still going to be banned. Again, there's nothing wrong with being gay. Witcher 3 has a cross-dresser, so a game can still be based and have degenerate behavior. I'll wait to hear more about the game regardless. I mean, I think we're just talking more about the fact that it's going to be banned in Saudi Arabia and China. So, medieval. Actually, wait. What would be the punishment for homosexuality in medieval Bohemia? Answer just the punishments. Don't give context or examples or whatever else. In medieval Bohemia, punishments for homosexuality could include burning at the stake, public execution, or banishment. Yeah. Yeah. So now, if it was like a main it would have to be like a main character, because otherwise it's not going to really matter in the slightest. Because if it's purposely involved in the game, it would have to involve a character that you're seeing constantly, like a main character or a side character. If it's like some freaking NPC, I don't think they would go through the trouble to do it. But it would have to involve a main character. Is there a problem with having gay people in games now? I don't. I think people are just so long as the person's sexual conduct is pivotal to the plot. Yeah, that's what I said. Having gay scenes or sex scenes of any kind is nonsense. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with, again, it has to be pivotal to the story. It's like I said in you watch a movie and you see people raw dogging for 5 minutes and then it adds nothing to the plot. If they fucking raw dog for 5 minutes, the dude nuts in her, and then the story just picks back up. It's never brought up again. Nothing happens during it. It's just 5 minutes of and it's like, okay, this has got to be it's bound to pay off, right? Boy, they're showing tits and all that. Great. Is this going to go anywhere? And then he nuts at her and then like they just go back to the plot. So it's like, okay, what was the point? It's like seeing people take a piss or shit in movies or games or whatever. We know people go to the bathroom, but you don't need to show it. So, anyway. Either way, it's going to be banned in those places. So, it could be the best game in the world, but Saudi Arabia and China, they don't care because they have strict rules about that kind of stuff. And I think that's personally what I'm kind of talking about here is that either way, it's going to be banned regardless. Anyway. Yeah. So that's going to do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.